loud. All right, awesome. So we are recording. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'm really excited to talk to everybody. I feel like it's been a long time since we've all been on Zoom. So I'm just really excited about it. Today we're really gonna just focus on host to post. If you don't know what that is, a host to post is, in layman's terms, to just kind of be as simple and broad as I can, a host to post is literally just when you ask somebody, friends, family, somebody you're already that's in your network, you ask them to put a post up on their wall or on their story for you. Okay, so that post could be something, what I use, and it's really generic, is the one for Thermophyte X. Okay, so that's our clinically proven weight loss supplement. I say, if you could take one supplement in the morning and one in the afternoon and lose an average of 30 pounds in 90 days, would you do it? Okay, that post right there blows up for me. People love it. I have another really good one for our hair growth vitamin. Okay, so, who wants to have long hair for the summer? Summertime is coming up. Everybody wants really long hair. So that's another really good one. And another post I have is for the business. Okay, so those are kind of the three posts that I focus on when I ask people to do a host to post for me. Okay, so does that make sense? If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat at the end. I'm gonna go through and answer all of them. So if you have any questions about anything I talk about, just put it over in the chat. But okay, so that's what a host to post is, right? You're gonna message anybody and everybody that you're friends with, and you're like, hey, can you put this post up on your page for me? Okay, super simple. 9 times out of 10, if you are if you know this person in real life, they're gonna do it. Okay, so with that out of the way, one thing our team really does, and I'm pretty sure everybody on here is on our direct team, we do giveaways. Okay, so what those giveaways are is basically we offer people who do a host to post for us to be entered into this giveaway. So this month we're giving away $1,000 cash or a Louis Vuitton purse. So they get a choice of one or the other. And then we also have weekly winners, and the weekly winners this week, it's 5 people get $50. We've given away so far AirPods, a bunch of cash. What was the other one? There was another one I feel like I'm missing. AirPods, cash. There was something else. But anyways, all you guys need to do as a part of our team is send $5 to the coordinator of this giveaway, and I have the information and all that. But y'all literally put in $5 and someone can be entered into a win 1,000. So you're really not losing much money if you think about it. It's $5. But when the people do the host to post, you're like, hey, if you put this post up on your wall for me, you're gonna get an entry into this. Okay. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it. This, guys, host to post, I kid y'all not, it's how I get every single one of my customers. I sign at least a customer a day, and I meet those people through host to post. That's how I grow my network. That's how I reach new people. That's how, I put my business in front of new faces that I never would have been able to get my business in front of if this person didn't put a post up for me. Right? Does that make sense? Everybody drop a 1 if that makes sense. Drop a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. And if I'm just rambling, y'all already know how I am. I'm super squirrely all the time. And it's late. So if I start to ramble, just someone reel me back in. Okay, awesome. So it's making sense. So yeah, this is literally how I get all my customers, guys. My goal, at least for me personally, and this is something that I really think everybody's goal should be, because it works so well for me, because like I said, I sign every single one of my customers this way. So obviously what I'm doing, it's the right thing, right? Okay. So you kind of see what's working in the business, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this person, Caitlin, for example, is putting 10 to 15 host to post up a day. Okay, I get 10 to 15 people to do a host post for me a day. How I get that is I literally message people to put posts up for me until I get at least 10 up. So if I'm messaging people and I'm like this, and this is kind of how my usual conversation goes, and it's super generic, and if somebody can put it in the chat, that'd be awesome. Deanna, I think you have my script, the one that I sent you the other day. But I literally message people and I'm like, hey, can I ask you a favor? That's it. And I send that to everybody and their mama for like the whole day, okay? And when I get my replies, so like I'll send out a good chunk of messages for like 15 minutes. I send as many of those as I can. And then after the 15 minutes is up, I'll go reply. Because if somebody asks you, hey, can I ask you a favor? They're like, oh, sure, what's up? And that's when I'm like, I'm teaming up with people in my team. We're giving away all this money. Do you want an entry in it? And they're like, heck yeah, I do. And then I get them to do a host post. Okay. That's like a really like brief, like that's obviously not like how I say things. I mean, that's how I talk, but like I'm a little more like proper when I talk to people, y'all know. But when you get people to do host posts for you, how soon do you ask them to host again? I only have people do host posts for me one time a month. And that's actually something I was going to bring up too. So fast forward to, I've got my 10 host to post up for the day. Okay. When I get my 10 host to post up, I save the post into a collection. So if you guys don't know how to save a post on Facebook, it's super, super simple. I'll show you. Hold on. You literally go, I'm just going to find like a random, oh gosh, I'm going to find like a random post. Okay. So when you see a post, you guys see these three little dots. Hold on, my phone is too bright. You see these three little dots? No, Siri. If you press those, it literally comes up right there where it says save post, okay? When you click that, you can start a new collection. See, so I already have some saved right here. So this is my June host to post, okay? So if somebody hosts a post for me, I will press save post and I will save it into my June HAP host to post, HAP, my June host to post folder, okay? If you don't have a folder, just make one and then it'll be there the next time you press it. And that's literally how I stay organized. And I also write them down. So not only do I save the post into a collection, but I write their name down on a piece of paper. So that way I can go back and just, it's nice to have it right in front of your face, but also like, you know, it's all in a collection on Facebook. And like you find that, guys, you literally, oh, I turned the brightness up. To find the post, I press this over here and I go to saved. And all my collections are right there. So here are all my June host to posts, right? So I save them all right there. So they're right there, but I also put it on a piece of paper, okay? Because that way I know I'm not missing anything. I can see in front of me like all the time what I'm doing. And then next month, I have a whole list of people to follow up with and have them post again for me. Generally, what I do, so like say last month I had somebody do a business post, okay, and it did so well, or I had somebody do a hair, skin, and nails post and it did so good. I'm literally gonna message the person who posted that this month and I'm like, yo, listen, your post blew up, so many people were interested, like I had so many potentials, like, but I would much rather you make the money off of your friends than me make all the money. So, you know, then I pitch the business to them. So after I do that, I, you know, talk to them about the business and all that kind of stuff. And then I go and message, you know, the other people. I'm like, okay, well, they did a TFX post last month. Didn't really do too hot. So this month I'm going to try a business post. Okay. So I always have them post something different. I kind of just try and alternate it, but you know, I'm always, you know, pitching the business opportunity. I'm like, look, you know, you obviously have a great market. Your friends are really interested. So let's get to it. If not, I just have them do another host post for me. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm like speeding through it. If you guys have any, like seriously, like stop me. I want to answer your questions. I want to see y'all's faces. So if you turn your cameras on, that'd be awesome, because I'm literally talking to like me and Julia and Deanna's picture over here. Even though she looks cute as a cat, it's fine. I want to see your face. Anyways, yes, thank you. Hi, Carla. Okay, so, you know, like I said, your goal is 10 host to post of a day minimum. Hey, I love it. Everybody's putting their camera on now. It makes me so happy. Okay, so a minimum of 10 host posts a day, guy. Like seriously, Nikita's here. Hi, Nikita. So a minimum of 10 host posts a day, guys. Seriously, like it will, your business, it literally makes your business work for itself. Because like I could go, and a lot of you guys know I still work full time. So I work over 12 hours a day. Like I just worked 4 days straight and it was the worst day of my life, or worst like 4 days of my life. But anyways, I will like wake up. Hi, Uniqua. I literally will wake up at like 5:30 a.m. and I will send so many host to post messages, get them all up before I even go to work. And then when I get off work, I go and check them. And like, I have all these new potentials because those people put those posts up and all these people are wanting information, right? So that's just why, like, a minimum of 10 a day, guys. Like seriously, it really doesn't take that much. Like I said, I just message until I get that many up. And like everybody's like, oh, how many people do you message? I don't count. I just message. I message for results. Okay, so I don't message to say, oh, I messaged 200 people today. No, I message to say, oh, I put 20 hosts to post up a day. You know, like I always, like, I'm looking for the outcome of my action. Does that make sense? Okay, so anybody have questions? The last thing I really have to go over is like boosting host to post and like how I do that. So like, does anybody have any questions about like anything else or just anything in general? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like host to post related. It could be, you know, messaging related or whatever. If not, I'm just going to go right into boosting host to post. Y'all can put it in the chat if you're shy. It's fine. Okay, so boosting host post. What I mean by that is when somebody does a host to post for you, you save it to your collection, you write their name down, you know, you tell them thank you. Hi. Look at her. She's like a future rap star up in here. Hey, girl. You ready to join the team? Let's go. So, you know, I save it. I do all the things. And that actually just reminded me of one more thing I do. So when the post goes up, I am usually one of the first people to like and comment that post. So if it's a business post, what I generally do is I comment my, if you guys don't have this, it's a game changer, honestly. It is the influencer application. I literally stole it from like Jade Hooper, Morgan Martin uses one, Cheyenne Knox has one, like literally everybody and their mama has an influence application. And it's basically like, I used Google Forms, but I think some people like made an actual, I don't know, I'm not that fancy. I just did a Google form and I literally like have a little bio in there. It asks like a couple questions and the people answer the questions and they submit it and it emails the form to me. So I just reach out to them. Okay. So on my business host to post, I put that in the comments and like, I'll put like a little blurb that'll say like, I'm so excited to like help some people out. Like, I can't wait to get to know everybody, you know, fill out this application and I'll message you. And then I'll put like the link for it or whatever. So like I said, I think mine took me maybe like not even 30 minutes to make. If you don't want to do that, I totally understand. If you just want to do something like in the comments, again, just like, I know Mira Denning, said in a training one time that what she does in her business post is she'll post like a selfie in the comments. And she's like, hey, my name's Mira, you know, I'm blah, blah, blah old. I'm a single mom of 2. You know, this business has like changed my life so much and I can't wait to like help it do the same thing for you. So, you know, she just kind of makes the business post personal, by putting that comment in there. So if you don't have the the little application thing I was talking about, you can do that also. Like there's, you know, don't feel like you need to go and make one. You don't have to. And then on like TFX or Hair, Skin, and Nails, Coffee, Host a Post, I will post, and I actually learned this the other day, I'll post a before and after, and then I'll put in there like, you know, results after 7 days, like who wants information, or, you know, I'm so excited for blah, 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 like whatever. And then the next day, so 24 hours after it's posted, not like exactly 24 hours, but like I'll go back the next day and check on it, like check on the post to see if anybody else has commented. And I will delete my comment from yesterday and repost it to boost the host a post. So that way, so the reason that I do that is because for every like and comment a post gets, the higher it gets up on somebody else's Facebook page, right? So it boosts the algorithm so more people see that post. So I do the same thing with the business post too. So like I'll post my application in the comments, and then the next day when I go and check on it, I'll delete it and post it again. And I'm literally just copying and pasting the same comment from yesterday. Okay, so that's a little trick I learned a couple days ago, and it's been working pretty well for me like thus far. I've used it the past couple days. So yeah, anybody have questions about boosting a host post? Does that make sense? The Facebook algorithm, guys, like you just have to learn how to work with it. You know, and I mean, Instagram is the same way because, you know, Facebook owns Instagram. The more you like and comment on somebody's stuff, the more they're going to see your stuff. Okay. So that's why interacting during the day is so important too. So if you're like, man, I'm putting such good posts up and like, you know, I'm only getting like 2 likes and they're the same people that liked my post yesterday. Well, it's because you're only liking and comment on those people's stuff. You know, you have to make sure you're spending it. Again, it's a little tedious, but you're taking like 15 to 20 minutes a day to interact with people. And like, you know, I'm saying like interact, like go like have a full-blown conversation with them about where they got their shoes on their picture. Like go, I mean, don't get into like, you know, with everything that's going on, guys, don't get into debates with people. Don't like, you know, go like, just don't do that. Okay. But like go in and build relationships with people. Like if it's somebody's kid's birthday, go tell them happy birthday. You know, be like, oh my God, tell little Jimmy happy birthday. You know, I love those party decorations. Where did you get them from? Do I care? Do I have kids? No. But do I want to build that meaningful relationship to show that I'm a real person and I'm not just like some robot trying to sell you stuff? Yeah, because I am a real person and I'm pretty awesome. And so is everybody else on this team. So we need to go show everybody else that we're awesome. Okay. So it's that same, you got to build those relationships. The better relationships you have, the bigger and more your posts will be seen and get blown up. It's the same thing with your host to post, right? It goes hand in hand. Okay. And I was going to say something. Oh, I remember. And this is the last thing before, like I said, I'll open it up to questions. I know we're going to be doing these trainings like pretty often. I know mine will be Wednesday and then Amanda will do hers on the weekend. But last thing before I go was after I have, and this, guys, I got from Stephanie Dunn, and it was the most genius thing ever. I never even like thought to do this, but as a lot of you guys know, we have samples. Okay. We have digital sample credits to where we can literally, we don't have to do anything. We just put in their address, their email, and their phone number, and they send the sample. Okay. So what I've started doing is for everybody who does a host a post for me, they got the post up, I got them, I'm like, hey, you're entry number 12. Okay, in our little entry thing. If you're in the giveaway that I talked about earlier, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And then what I say to them is, I'm gonna read it to you guys because it's just, I have legit sold 6 samples in the last week doing this, and it's insane. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. Oh, and also y'all, if you have an iPhone, If you don't, there's like an app you can get, but text replacement is your BFF. So I literally just typed in thanks host to post. So thanks HAP, and this whole little blurb popped up. Okay, so what I say is I'm like, yay, thanks again so much for posting. I marked you down for the giveaway and your entry number 12. But also I wanted to add a little extra thanks. Oh gosh. I wanted to add a little extra thanks. Normally my 3-day experience packs for our brand new fat burning skinny brew are $20, but since you posted that status for me, I'd love to give you a coupon for it and mail it to you for just $15. Would you like to try that out? And like y'all, I've sold 6 in a week. Okay, so that's like 1 sample a day. If I get 10 hosts to post up a day and only 1 person, I send this to everybody, but if only 1 of them buys a sample a day, that's $15 in my pocket, okay? So let's just do a little math here. 50, because I'm very money driven. Hey, so for me, I'm like, all right, if I sell 1 sample a day to 1 out of 10 people that does a host post for me, that's $105 a week in just sample cash. So if you're asking every single person to do a host post, imagine if all 10 for 7 days, oh gosh, hold on, 10 for 7 days for $15. I was doing my math so crazy for a second, okay? Hold on. If you sell 10 samples a day for 7 days, that's over $1,000. I had to do this math twice because I thought I did it wrong the first time. So imagine if you get 20 hosts to post up a day. Okay, you're getting 20 host posts up a day. 10 of those people buy a sample for $15 for 7 days. Imagine if 10 people for 30 days. That's a lot of money, right? Okay, so I'm just saying, it's just like crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna put I'll put the script in the group chat. The app called, yeah, I use WordBoard too, but I think you have to pay to like get an unlimited amount of like little things. So in my WordBoard, all right, I'll talk about what that is too. So how I was talking about text replacement, if you guys, Nikita, for text replacement, if you go to your settings and then you go to general and then you go to keyboards, you have to like click a couple different things. It's literally right there under keyboards. It's right there, text replacement. And then I have like a whole bunch. So like, it's just like a little phrase. So like I have the whole description of hair, skin, and nails. I just type in HSN and the whole thing pops up. So it's really good. And then what Carla was talking about, WordBoard, it's kind of the same thing. Like you would add it onto your, I'll show you guys. It's really cool, but I have just the free version, which I'll probably end up like buying the other one anyways. So on your keyboard on an iPhone, sorry if you guys don't have an iPhone. I don't know if Androids have this. You guys know you have this little thing down here where you get to your emojis, right? Well, if you go down and WordBoard, when you download it, it'll go right there. And then you can make little folders. And then like this one, that's one of my host to post that I use. So I have all my host to post saved right there. But you can literally still, you can just use text replacement. You don't have to, because like I said, you only get a certain amount for free. So if you just want to use text replacement, that's totally fine. That's what I used for a long time. So yeah. All right. Anybody have any other questions about host to post? Are you guys as excited about host to post as I am? I love them. They're awesome. And guys, our corporate team literally does trainings on them almost every day. There's like, if you guys go to the, I'm trying to think of the name of the new group, they just redid it. And actually in We Are Legendary, guys, in the We Are Legendary page, Joel Dunn actually put a folder up that has every single corporate host to post training. They're so good. So if you guys haven't watched that, like definitely do it. And I have a lot in the group, like our team page too. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording.